page, if you have a school device that's in your little app, go to the Chastity app. And then, I'm already there, but I'll walk y'all through how to get to our activities. All right, so remember, you're going to go to Student Services. Drop on down to Media Center. From Media Center, go over to the side. On the sidebar, you're going to go to the word Activities. Click on Activities. Then we're going to scroll down to where you see 4th grade. And remember, we're working on Across America, 4th grade. So go ahead and open up that. I know you're go to the side. I'm in the midst of changing all that, so it looks different. Go to Activities. Go to Activities. Oh, I wanted the wrong thing. Activities, and then scroll down to Across America. No, you should be right here. Right there. You're there. So just stay there. You're almost there. Find Across America. There you go. Okay, you got it? You got it? All right, good job. All right, let's start by going. Where's my pen? Oh. Let's start real quick by reviewing our racer strategy. Now, I know that we've been working on this not only in here, but in your classroom as well. So that's the whole reason that we're doing this, is so that we link what you do in here with me as well as in your classroom. We started at the very beginning, just introducing you to the racer strategy, and I explained to you that this is how from here on out, from your 4th grade year on through, you're going to be answering questions, and you're going to be expected to answer questions in more than just a simple sentence. You have to be able to expand your sentences. You have to be able to expand and show your knowledge within what you're learning. So let's look at it again. Remember, I leave it up here, but let's look at it, what each letter stands for. All right, so the R stands for what? Restate. All right, you're going to take that question, and you're going to take the question and flip it around so it's not an interrogative sentence, but it's a declarative. So you're going to declare it, and you're going to put with it your A stands for answer. Remember, when you restate it today, when you go in, we're going to look for those key words. So it's going to give you a question, and you're going to have to identify the key words in restating it, and then include your answer with that declarative sentence. All right? The C stands for cite. Now remember, this doesn't mean cite your source like a bibliography where you say, you know, this is the publisher or this is the... You're just going to tell where you got that information. Cite your evidence. You can say in the passage, or in the website, or in the book, in the text, wherever you get it from. Right? Remember when we did our interviews, when we just asked each other questions, you could have said, Madison said, and that's where you got your information from. You just have to cite where you get it from, and then you have to give your evidence, what somebody just said. You're going to explain what you did. So y'all are old school at this. You already know how to do it. All right, then explain it. Remember I told you, pretend that the people who are reading are kind of like aliens, and they just don't know. They just, if you were to tell them, you know, in the text it says Chastity Elementary School, and you were to answer something about Chastity, you might have to explain to them, Chastity is a school where children ages kindergarten through 5th grade go. It is located in Gainesville. You know, you might have to explain to them those things. More importantly, you have to explain your answer. Put it in kid speak. If you state something out of your source, that really is a bunch of big words. Is that how you talk? No. So you're going to flip it all around, and you're going to put it in your own language. So you're kind of restating the sentence that you just said, but in your own words. So you're going to explain it. Then finally, we added on that R to the end of race strategy and made it racer, because just like last year when we did so much writing, we found that we've got to go back and revisit it. Don't turn it in without reading it again. Read it and make sure the whole thing makes sense. If it doesn't make sense to you and you wrote it, will it possibly make sense to your teacher? Will it possibly make sense to that person who's reading it somewhere outside of your classroom? No. So you've got to make sure that you revisit the whole thing and that you have all those components. Are you in a chair, my friend? Why are you not in a chair? I just figured that out. You were squatting so nicely. Like, pull a stool up. Put a stool right there. Pull a stool. Or pull a chair. Okay, either one. Just, you were squatting as if you were in a chair, and then I realized when your chin hit the table that you were not. All right, isn't that much more comfortable? Sit down, stay a while. All right, so let's go to the next one, and this is an example of what our sites look like. Now, you've seen this before. You've seen this before, but this is just going to help you to remember as we go into your passage today what we're looking for. Remember, our assignment is, we're in this web quest. We've already kind of gone through Gulf of Mexico. We've already gone into the Atlantic coastal plains. We've started identifying them. Your assignment is that you are creating your digital scrapbook, and you are showing, you're using your Wixie. So when you go into Wixie, whoever logged in last time, what? Has to be the one to log in. That's right. All right. The same person has to log in. It's just like your H drive. So when you log into Wixie on here, you've got to make sure the same person logs in. But here is an example of what your scrapbook page might look like. All right. Make sure you have the title. You can find some image. You can find it online. You can screenshot it, or you can take a picture. You can get a picture from somewhere else. Is the picture the most important thing for right now? No. No. The most important thing is your writing. Show me your work, all right? You do not have to put your racer strategy in colors to match that page. You don't have to put it in colors, but we've had a couple of fourth graders who have said, hey, I like the colors. It shows that I've done the whole strategy. So if you want to go back and put it in the colors, that's great. Just do it at the end. Do your whole answer, and then go back and show that you've done it with the colors. All right, so here was one of the examples that the fourth graders gave several weeks ago. All right, the Gulf of Mexico. The question was, where is the Gulf of Mexico located? The answer that they provided: the Gulf of Mexico is located in the southeastern corner of North America. There's their restate and their answer. Give me thumbs up. Did they use keywords? Yes. Give me thumbs up. Did they provide an answer? Yes. All right. Then they went into cite your source. According to the website. So where did they get their information? A website. Did they have to tell us what website? Could they have told us if they wanted to? Yes, they could have told us. According to the website, the Gulf is bordered by Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas. There are also 5 Mexican states surrounding it. So did they give us direct evidence from the passage? Yes. Do you think that passage may have had more information than what they put? You read the same passage, right? It had a lot of information in it, didn't it? So it probably had more than that, but that's what they chose to put as their answer. Then they went back and they explained it. The red is where they explained it. All of these states have sandy shores at the edges that connect to the Gulf of Mexico. So when I asked them why they put it, they said because the sandy shores show that it goes into the water. That was their explanation. I thought, okay, well that puts it in some kids' speak. All right, so we are going to travel. Go back to your traveler's guide up at the top. And we are actually going to kind of skip. I know that some of you are in different places, but for today, we're all going to go to the same place and do the same thing. I know that everybody's kind of working at different places, so we're going to skip down a bit. All right, we've already done number 1, Gulf of Mexico. We've already done the Atlantic coastal plains. We've already done Appalachian. We're going to skip over southeastern states because in that one we're just identifying those and coloring them in on our map. We'll come back to that the next time y'all come back to media center, okay? Everybody skip and go to number 5, Chicago, Illinois. Good job. Everybody skip and go to number 5. Now you know from your class you already had to identify these places on a map, but what we are doing is going into the information to find out why they're important places. So go ahead and read with your partners what your assignment is on the Chicago, Illinois.